Join us on our trip from Kansas City to London. Life
begins at 20.
Hi guys, this is our video for our second channel.
And we're going to explain the events of the last couple of weeks. We're going to show some pictures that we've gotten to take and some videos we got to take, and we got it all edited up, and we're going to put them in this video. Kaylee's going to talk about the first half, and I will chat about the second half, and then we'll meet up at the end and kind of give you a rundown for what's going to happen next week. Thanks.
Okay, so to start off, Justin and I visited the University of Nottingham. At first we thought we were going to be exposed to what a true English university college is like, but as the tour went on, we found out it was more of a, hey, you should think about coming here later on, if not for your master's, PhD type of thing. Since the tour was rushed a bit, we didn't get to get a lot of pictures of the campus, which kind of sucks. We really wanted to get more of that. The first few pictures, however, as you can see here, are the only pictures we got of the actual campus, and literally it's the student union, a building where their student union is, instead of how at Baker it's where you go to eat, it's where the deans go and stuff like that, where you can get coffee. It's kind of like that, but on top of it, that's also where kind of like the Student Government Association is there. They also have like a hair salon there, a tanning salon. It was really cool. But don't worry, we were able to get a lot more pictures on this gorgeous lake right across the street from the campus. And there were a few ducks there. I loved them. I wanted to take one home, and Justin wouldn't let me, so there's that.
That same day, President Lynn Murray and her husband Jim came to visit us at Haworth. They took us to where the chapel that stands on Baker's campus originally came from, in Sproxton. Sproxton is just a tiny, adorable town. It was kind of a cloudy day, as you can see, so the pictures may be a little dark. After seeing the original place of the chapel and the pictures in Sproxton's itty-bitty town hall, the Murrays took us to a restaurant called the Crown Inn. It was divine. I had fish and chips, of course, and Justin had some sort of meat pie. It was great getting to see the Murrays as well as give a little feedback on our experience thus far. The next trip was for a class, and again, I wasn't allowed to take very many pictures, at least in the Bronte house, which you see here. Emily Bronte, along with her other two sisters, Charlotte and Anne, were famous authors. You may know her from her most famous and only piece of work, Wuthering Heights. My friends, Kat and Emma, we walked around the cemetery trying to find the tombs of Emily and Charlotte and Anne, but at the end of it, we ended up finding out that their graves were in the church right next door, so it was not a very good, eventful day. After, we went to the Media Museum for the photography kids. This place was really cool, in my opinion, because I got to see how, like different sets and stuff, and what a big impact television has brought to our lives. And also the technology, which has gone from the 1970s, and you'll see all the way to today, and just the evolution of all the technology that we use daily, how it went from huge to small to multiple things to in one piece of equipment. It was a really cool place to be at.
These these are our trips to Stamford, London, and Isaac Newton's home. So these are two of the trips were trips that are free from the school. They're just kind of added into your tuition. And then London was a trip we did on our own. This first place we go to is Stamford, as I said. It's a small town in the United Kingdom, not too far from Grantham. We get some good pictures of a cathedral, a tomb inside of the cathedral, and some extraordinary architecture. We just kind of did some walking around. You see St. Martin's Cemetery, which is outside of this cathedral, and you see a grave of the largest man in the history of the United Kingdom. I can't remember his exact weight. I think it was 500-600 pounds is what this guy weighed. And then me and Kaylee followed that. We just did some walking around. We saw this really cool park with this extraordinary background and great landscape, so we got some good pictures, and these are some of the best pictures I think we've taken since we've been here. We also got some pretty good weather on the day of the trip, so we went through and just sat around and took some pictures, had a little picnic, and enjoyed ourselves there. This is, like I said, one of the first trips that we did with the school. It's something that usually happens midweek. You leave about 1 o'clock after class, and then you go do something fun. Then this next part she named hilariously Extra Shenanigans. Mostly it's just us kind of hanging out downstairs in the bistro. If you guys don't know, or if we hadn't told you, there's a bistro or a pub or a bar kind of in the basement of Harlexton where they serve drinks Monday through Thursday, 8 o'clock to about 11. And you can go down there, and it's a pretty popular place amongst the school. And this is a couple videos of me and Kaylee hanging out with friends downstairs. Of course, she added a video of me singing. And this is just some of the cool things we did in the first little bit. Next is our trip to London. Of course, we met Kaylee's father and stepmother there. This was our first trip by ourselves, so we got to go do some really cool touristy things. The first portion you see here is in Green Park and Buckingham Palace. Green Park leads up to Buckingham Palace. Me and Kaylee get some really good pictures on the outside. Then following that, later on in the day, we all took one of those double-decker bus tours, and we get to get some good pictures of Westminster Abbey, Big Ben. You see some really cool pictures of Big Ben, especially that second one where it was lit up at night. I think that's personally my favorite picture of Big Ben. Here you see a picture of Kaylee next to a boat, which has her name a little misspoken. The London Eye, which some people I don't think know what it is. It's actually a Ferris wheel that they set up in 2002. And they were just going to do it for a year, and it ended up being one of the most popular attractions in London. They've left it up since then, and it makes a ton of money for the city of London. Then you get to see some pictures of us going across the London Bridge, or the Tower Bridge, and you get to see a really, really cool picture, or at least video, of the skyline of London. So you get to see that as we cross the London Bridge, and again, we had really, really good weather in London, so we got some really great pictures and some really great videos. As we follow that, we just have some more pictures of the London Bridge. Here is Leicester Square. That was a tube stop, or a subway station stop. Next, these pictures, as you see behind glass, are actually at the Winston Churchill War Rooms, which is a museum we got to go do. It was an underground command center for Winston Churchill during the Second World War. That's actually where he operated the United Kingdom during the bombing raids of London. Following that, you see some more pictures. You see a picture of the National Gallery. Right there, you just saw a picture of St. Paul's Cathedral, which is a massive cathedral in London. We don't have any pictures of the interior of that because we did not go inside. We're going on a later school trip back to London, so we get to get some more pictures of various other landmarks, but we didn't actually get to go inside St. Paul's because we're going back. Here's a video of us at Piccadilly Circus, which is like a big hub of just all sorts of things going on. It somewhat reminds you of kind of Times Square. It's not on the same scale, I don't think, but it's that kind of idea. And then we finish with a beautiful picture that we got on the London Bridge of the skyline there of London. Following that, we had a trip to Isaac Newton's home. This is the home where Isaac Newton actually grew up and did much of his research in his early years for, the study of physics. You actually get to go down to the orchard where you see the tree where the story of Isaac Newton seeing the tree fall, or the apple fall from the tree, and that's kind of what inspired him to discover gravity and understand what gravity was. And we got some really good pictures next to it. This one here I think is one of our favorite ones of Kaylee holding the apple. It wasn't a very big house, it was actually kind of small. It made sense, but his family they were not poor by any means, but they weren't extremely rich. They were just farmers, and they owned this territory around here. And then we got to see a picture there of a horse that we got to go pet. It was just by chance that there was a horse farm right across the road. So we got a picture of some horses. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, Kaylee in particular put a lot of work into this, putting pictures in that we've taken, putting videos in that we've taken, adding music, and adding these voiceovers. Hopefully you guys enjoy these voiceovers. I don't know how many more times we'll do this, but we thought that it would be a good idea to add these voiceovers in this first video to kind of just describe the things that are going on. So give us a little bit of feedback on whether or not you like the voiceovers. If not, we may just add a comment below the video, the next video that we take. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll talk to you soon.